today we had two Indiana Fever players start a podcast and separate podcasts, and that's Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham. They both started their very own podcast. Aaliyah Boston is partnered with Candace Parker, and that show is causing some rifts throughout the WNBA Twitter space and social media space. The interesting thing is Angel Reese caught so much slack when she started her podcast. A lot of people said she's not focused. She needs to be in the gym and not making podcasts. We see her everywhere but the gym. But now it looks like the rest of the league has seen what she's done, and now they're following her blueprint again. Now, I personally don't have a problem with the ladies doing a podcast. That gives you an outlet to speak for yourself, be you, let people see your personality, but also not let narratives hurt your image or anything like that. So I do love that these ladies are going out and doing podcasting. It was just, unfortunately, Angel had to get crushed. I want to say the right words. Get crushed for doing the very thing now that is popularized. Sue Bird started a podcast. She does a podcast. Cam Brink has a podcast. I've seen a lot of players on podcasts and now starting up podcasts, and I guess she was a person that had to crawl so that other people could walk. And again, it's a beautiful thing. It's another outlet. It's a way these ladies can go out and make extra money for themselves. They can build a brand that could outlast them being in the league. You don't stay in the league forever, but if you build a media powerhouse, you can do that for the next 50 years. So it is a good thing that they're doing this. But let's not forget the person that kind of set the trend, the person that took all the backlash and all the heat for doing it. And now it is a popular thing for these ladies to do. Now, Candace Parker and AB's podcast, their first episode was today, but they start putting out clips. I think it was yesterday they started the clips, and the clips was about Angel Reese being ranked, or about tiers. There were certain tiers of players that Candace Parker, she was putting people in the tiers, and people were upset about the tier she put Angel Reese in. And, everybody has their opinion, but the thing is, she put her below some players like Cam Brink. And it's just like, Cam Brink played like 7 games her whole career. Like, how could we even tier her, let alone put her above somebody like Angel Reese, who is broken plenty of Candace's records? That's how good she is. It's not a knock on Candace, but Angel has broken plenty of her records and plenty of other people's records. And she's literally a generational player because she's doing something that's never been done, or has been done once in a generation. And she's one of those generational players that's doing these things. So how is she ranked lower than somebody that's not played, or ranked lower than some people had a problem? She was ranked lower than a rookie that's only played 20 games. And so that was the discourse, but it kind of goes a little deeper than that. As a fan, I'm a real big Candace Parker fan. And once Angel started knocking on the door of her records and things like that, I was always looking for the moment where Candace Parker was going to be like, yo, shout out to Angel. She surpassed me at blah, blah, blah. Keep doing your thing. You're a rookie and you're surpassing some of my records. Like, I was waiting for that moment to see one of my favorite players, Angel Reese, be congratulated by one of my GOATs, Candace Parker. And it never happened. And again, she's not obligated to do it, but I noticed that and was like, oh, that sucked. That would have been a really good moment, because people bash Angel so much that she's out here breaking your records, and not when she breaks your records, it highlights how great you were too. So Angel's out there doing that, and I would think, me personally, I was hoping she was going to reach down to a rookie and say, hey, you're doing great. You surpassed me in some of the stuff. Like, I was waiting for that moment. It never happened, and I always noted that. And even in Unrivaled, I remember she was saying that she was excited for the Team Rose, because they had the point guard, and they had Kai Copper, who won the championship with her, and the point guard won the championship with her, and Lexi Ho was such a great shooter, and she was praising other people, and I think she said something like Angel brings great energy or something like that. And everybody was like, wait, you went down these characteristics of why you like everybody on that team, and then you just said Angel just has good energy. Or I think it was something along those lines. And so that was something else I noted. And then I started noticing, like, during the segments when they're highlighting Angel and stuff, she would just be quiet. And it's cool. Like, again, I don't think you should be forced to rock with somebody or like somebody or support somebody. It's totally fine. It's just, you see the heat that this young lady has to deal with, and a lot of it is based in hate. A lot of it's based in hatred because of who Angel is and how she is and how outspoken she is, and and she's unapologetic, and you see what this young black girl is going through. And sometimes I'm just you want you think some of your legends like, yo, she's gonna reach back, she's gonna be there, she's gonna support. Kind of like how Lisa Leslie is. You want to see that stuff happen from. I don't want to say she's my idol, but like from an idol type of person, you want to see like her reach back. You see Angel is striving to catch you and become a GOAT like you. So you know what I mean? That's the perfect like, oh man, Angel and CP would be a great collab, a great person to mentor, anything like that. You're hoping to see those moments, and then you find out like she's not really rocking with him. But it's kind of on brand with Candace Parker, and I'm not even saying that in a mean way, but like, if Candace Parker don't rock with something, she don't like somebody, she's just kind of like, she don't rock with it. Like, that's just how Candace Parker is. Again, it's totally fine. Like, that's who she is. Like, I can't knock her for it, but it just comes off a certain way when it's just like, nobody said do a top 10 list, or you can only put 5 people in each tier. They didn't do that. And so some people are kind of side-eyeing it like, you have the freedom to put her, she could have went right in the same tier as Arike and Paige, and again, yeah, she's a big, and the way she plays is different, but I think she affects the game just as much as those people. And it's just, don't take my word for it. You can look it up. Let's go to the browser. I think I seen it on the browser. So here you see Angel is one of the 4 players that is ranked top 25 in all of the major stats. It's just her, Asia, Stewie, and Fee. That's elite company. People say that. And then we go here. This is the one I seen. And then you look here. Angel has surpassed JJ and is now tied with NECA for the 10th most 20 and 10 double-doubles through a player's first 2 seasons. Everybody else is on that list: Tina Charles, Nat Williams, Tamika Catchings. All right, that's a lot of people know. But you see that, like, she's always in elite company. There was another one that really tells the story. This one right here. Angel finishes the month with the highest combined, all these things, total among Eastern Conference players. Her total of 35.9 ranks 3rd overall, trailing AT and Fee. Like, that's the company she's keeping. So, you know what I mean? So people have a right to feel like, okay, we're going to stop playing with Angel's name because she's one of them ones. She belongs in big girl conversations because of the production she's doing. And don't let her get a team that matches her level, her skill, and her energy. It's going to be spooky. It's going to be real spooky. But all in all, the podcast game is here in the WNBA. Shout out to the ladies doing it, and shout out to Angel for taking that heat first and allowing this moment and these moments to happen. It's a lot. I see a lot of small, even if it's not just a podcast. You see the stud buds. You see people like Alicia Gray doing their content things. You see Marina and Nye doing their content thing. Like, this is now being opened up, and I love to see people taking advantage of this moment. Where content is and creation is, and now they're bringing it over to the W to build a brand and to voice their own opinions and not let media create narratives, even though it's almost impossible, as media are constantly creating narratives. But they try to counter those media narratives by using their voice on a podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm AJ. This is my mic. Peace.